Congratulations, Robert. Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Bridge Hall of Fame member, Robert Lebi.
I don't think we have to film this second.
And Mark Hornington.
Thank you, John, for warming up the crowds. I promise to be much more succinct. We won't bother you for too long. I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude to the CBF and to the Hall of Fame Committee for the privilege of joining this group of special Canadian bridge players in the Canadian Bridge Hall of Fame. The only downside for me, and it's a big one, is having to speak in public. The last time I did was a while ago. At my bar mitzvah. Do the math. I wish to thank my many bridge partners who have helped carry me along the way. I'd also like to acknowledge my boyhood buddy George Middleman, who has consistently been my go-to bridge resource. And I must especially thank my wife Judith, who has been a true calming influence, helping me to improve my table temperament and to become a better partner in bridge and, more importantly, in life. One of my earliest memorable tournament successes took place at the 1978 Toronto Summer Nationals in the Sunday Swiss team. Back then, there was only one national and one regional event scheduled per day. 603 teams were entered. At the time, the largest Swiss field in history. In those days, quite a while, we played wins and losses, as well as winning and losing ties, where a win by 1 or 2 imps was worth 3/4 of a point. A loss by such was 1/4 of a point, and a tie the obvious half. Our team was barreling along, winning the first 7 matches. As we got ready to play the 8th match, the opposing team captain pulled me aside and suggested that we declare a tie by passing out the boards at both tables. That way, we would each have a score of 7.5 and become co-winners. I declined the gracious offer, sat down to play. We proceeded to blitz the opponents 26-0.
All right.
For a final score of 8 and the overall win. Turns out, with this massive field, another team ended up with a score of 7 3/4, and yet another with 7.5. So there's a lesson somewhere there. Over the years, I've been involved in some other unusual situations at the bridge table. Once, as we began comparing scores following a Swiss match, it became apparent that both our pairs had sat north-south. So, with just a few minutes left in the round, we scurried back to our tables, played a board, passed it to the other table. Our teammates did the same, and so we achieved a legitimate match result, win by 3. And then there was the time that while playing a regional knockout final, a hand came up where my right-hand opponent opened a bidding a heart. I made a takeout double and partner bid a spade. I had a tremendous hand for spades, so I Q-bid 2 hearts. Partner retreated to 2 spades. I Q-bid hearts again 2 more times. It seems that this barrage of Q-bids convinced partner that our opponent had psyched originally, and so we passed. With the result finding me declaring the contract of 4 hearts in our 0-5 fit. Unsuccessfully. To conclude, I believe that we're all here because we love the game of bridge and have gained so much from it. I would like to give something back to sustain our Canadian bridge future, our junior players. To that end, I plan to invest in the CBF Junior Fund with a contribution of $25,000. I encourage all like-minded players to pitch in as well. Thank goodness the Hall of Fame committee focused on my bridge results and not on my speech-making talents. I'm very relieved that this part is over. I can get back to just playing bridge.
Good job, Robert.
Well done, Robert.
Are you proud?